Imagine waking up every day feeling exhausted, unmotivated, and stuck in the same cycle, like something is holding you back, but you can't quite figure out what. You push through, hoping for change, yet the fire inside you feels dimmed. But what if I told you that a single habit, one that seems small and harmless, could be the very thing draining your energy, shattering your confidence, and keeping you trapped in life? You feel tired, unmotivated, and caught in a cycle that seems impossible to break. But what if the key to unshakable self-discipline and true masculinity has been right in front of you all along? Stick with me, because after this, you'll never see this habit the same way again. The real problem: how this habit is holding you back. Be honest with yourself. You felt it, that lingering guilt, the loss of motivation, the emptiness that creeps in after indulging. You know something isn't right. But why does this happen? Science provides the answer. Every time you engage in this habit, your brain releases an intense surge of dopamine, the chemical responsible for pleasure. Sounds good, right? Think again. The more you indulge, the more your brain gets hooked on easy gratification. Over time, this rewires your brain to crave shortcuts to pleasure instead of real achievement. Just like any addiction, the side effects become painfully obvious. Constant fatigue. Your energy drains away, leaving you feeling weak and sluggish. Loss of motivation. The fire inside you dims, making even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Diminished drive for success. Why push yourself to accomplish great things when your brain already got its reward for doing nothing? The ancient Stoics understood this problem long before modern science. They warned against overindulgence and the dangers of being enslaved by fleeting desires. But what exactly did they say? And how can their wisdom help you break free? Stoic wisdom, the trap of pleasure. Seneca, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, once wrote, "No man is free who is a slave to his body." Every time you give in to this habit, you reinforce a pattern of weakness. You tell yourself, "I need this," when in reality, it's controlling you. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, lived by a simple truth. A man who cannot master his desires will never be truly free. The more you chase temporary pleasure, the more you become its prisoner. And the more you seek instant gratification, the further you drift from true fulfillment. History's greatest leaders, warriors, and visionaries all had one thing in common. They controlled their urges instead of letting their urges control them. While others remained trapped by their impulses, these men forged their own paths to greatness. The question is, will you do the same? How to break free and reclaim your power. If you're tired of feeling stuck, it's time to break free. The solution lies in 3 fundamental Stoic principles. 1. Self-discipline, the foundation of freedom. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "No man is truly free who is not master of himself." Self-discipline isn't about restricting yourself. It's about making powerful choices. Every time you resist temptation, you strengthen your mind. Over time, this builds resilience, making it easier to say no and focus on what truly matters. 2. Find your purpose. Replace the habit with something greater. The Stoics believed that a life without purpose is a wasted life. Many people struggle with this habit because they lack a meaningful goal to channel their energy into. Think about it. If your mind is consumed with building a business, learning a new skill, or striving for greatness, do you really have time for meaningless indulgence? The key isn't just to quit, it's to replace this habit with something that truly fulfills you. 3. Transmutation. convert energy into power. The greatest minds in history knew a secret that most men today ignore. Sexual energy is one of the most powerful forces in a man's body. When wasted, it leads to weakness. But when redirected toward meaningful goals, it fuels ambition, creativity, and discipline. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest inventors of all time, remained celibate for his entire life. He understood that by harnessing his energy, he could achieve breakthroughs that others couldn't. The Stoics preached the same philosophy: don't waste your energy on fleeting pleasure. Instead, channel it into your work, your passions, and your personal growth. By doing this, you turn what once held you back into the very fuel that drives you forward. The transformation. What happens when you quit? Now, imagine this. Waking up every morning feeling unstoppable. No more guilt, no more weakness, just raw, powerful energy. Your motivation skyrockets, your mental clarity sharpens, and your confidence soars. This is what happens when you reclaim control. Your testosterone levels increase. Your focus strengthens, and most importantly, you regain mastery over your own mind. This is what the Stoics meant by true freedom. It's not just about quitting a habit. It's about becoming the man you were meant to be. The final challenge: will you take control? So now the question is, will you stay trapped in the cycle, or will you take control of your future? Will you continue letting an empty habit steal your potential, or will you rise above it? The choice is yours. But remember this: no great man in history was ruled by his desires. The ones who changed the world were the ones who mastered themselves first. If you're ready to break free, reclaim your power, and step into the life you were meant to live, subscribe for more content like this. Your journey to self-mastery starts now.